Welcome back to RideWire, and today we're diving into one of the most exciting concepts floating around the motorcycle world, the 2026 Honda Ruckus 750R. Now, while the classic Honda Ruckus has always been that quirky, rugged, bare-bones urban runabout, the thought of Honda stepping things up into a 750cc machine immediately sparks curiosity. What would that look like? How would it ride? And most importantly, would it still feel like a true Ruckus? That's exactly what we're exploring in this breakdown, covering features, performance, design, pricing, and why a bike like this would carve its own lane in the market. The original Ruckus has never been about sheer performance. It's about attitude, practicality, and standing out with its exposed tubular frame and chunky tires. A 750R would keep that same DNA but crank everything up. We'd expect a significantly larger engine, perhaps a parallel twin sitting in the sweet spot of 700 to 750cc, delivering around 60 to 75 horsepower. That kind of power means highway capability, fast urban acceleration, and a whole new sense of versatility. Unlike the 49cc scooter that struggles beyond city speeds, this would open the door to touring, spirited weekend rides, and even light adventure use. Performance-wise, the 750R would need real upgrades. The tiny wheels and basic suspension of the current model wouldn't cut it for something this powerful. Inverted front forks, a beefier rear shock, and a refined chassis balance would give it stability at speed without losing that iconic squat stance. The braking system would almost certainly include dual disc brakes, ABS standard, and potentially Honda's traction control, ensuring safety matches the power. Fuel economy would naturally dip compared to the smaller Ruckus, but Honda's reputation for efficiency would likely keep it competitive, making it a practical daily rider despite the bigger engine. When it comes to design, the Ruckus look is non-negotiable. Riders love it for its stripped-down style, minimal bodywork, and exposed mechanical character. The 750R would evolve that with modern touches, full LED lighting, a digital display with ride information, and possibly customizable ride modes for city versus highway use. Expect slightly larger wheels to handle the added performance, but with the same rugged, fat tire aesthetic. Materials would likely be more premium aluminum finishes, durable plastics, maybe even optional accessories like luggage racks or adventure-style guards to broaden its use case. Price is where things get interesting. The current Ruckus sells for around $2,900 in the US, making it an affordable, fun urban toy. A 750R, however, would live in an entirely different world. With a bigger engine, upgraded electronics, and premium suspension, we'd likely see a price tag between $10,000 and $15,000. That's a serious jump, but it places the bike in the same territory as other midsize motorcycles while offering something those bikes don't: the cult status and distinct identity of a Ruckus. For riders who value uniqueness as much as performance, that premium could feel justified. The real selling point of a 2026 Ruckus 750R would be its ability to combine style and substance. Most midsize bikes are either sporty, adventure-focused, or cruiser-styled, but none carry the stripped-back, utilitarian charm of the Ruckus. It would appeal to riders who want a conversation starter, something instantly recognizable, yet also want the practicality of highway capability and real long-distance comfort. The customization culture surrounding the Ruckus would also explode with a platform like these. Imagine aftermarket performance parts, wild cosmetic mods, and riders building their own unique expressions on a larger canvas. Of course, there are trade-offs. A bike like this would be heavier, more expensive to maintain, and less nimble than the 50cc version that can squeeze into any parking spot. Riders would also face licensing requirements in many regions, which strips away some of the accessibility that makes the original so popular. And at that price point, it would go head-to-head with established mid-size motorcycles offering refined performance and comfort. But the truth is, nothing else would look or feel like a Ruckus 750R, and that uniqueness is its own selling point. At the end of the day, imagining the 2026 Honda Ruckus 750R is about more than just specs up. It's about the spirit of the Ruckus scaled up. It's about blending iconic style with real performance, taking that fun, rebellious personality and making it versatile enough for highways, commutes, and adventures. If Honda ever brings this idea to life, it would be one of the boldest moves in the small bike scene, redefining what the Ruckus can be. Until then, we're left to dream, speculate, and hope Honda sees the potential. Thanks for riding along with us here at RideWire, and let me know in the comments, would you buy a Ruckus 750R, or does the charm of the original 50cc still win your heart?